In 1956, Chevrolet made a record-breaking run at the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. The all-new Chevy V8 was winning over the hearts and the minds of the American consumer. So this time on the Dipsticks Roadshow, we're going to find out why one like this won the heart of a 16-year-old boy. This is Bob's 1956 Chevy BelAir. Now, let me explain why this 56 Chevy is so cool. Back in 1961, thanks to the gratitude of an elderly aunt, 16-year-old Bob had a car to drive to school his sophomore year. The car was a slightly used 56 Chevy two-door sedan in BelAir trim. It was two-toned in Nassau blue and Harbor blue metallic, and was equipped with Chevy's lively little V8. Bob took no time adding some personal touches to the car by adding seatbelts, J.C. Whitney plexiglass taillights, a rear seat speaker with reverb knob, and 1957 Dodge Lancer hubcaps. Over the next 3 years of high school, the car became a big part of Bob's everyday life. The car became very well known around the local scene, and Bob became well known for it. Gasoline was only 29 cents a gallon. Fries and a cheeseburger could be had for 37 cents. Bob and his 56 Chevy lived for Friday and Saturday nights. Bob had become a car guy. Bob washed cars for extra money, so he could cruise on the weekends. He and his Chevy could be seen rolling the streets of Kettering and Oakwood Friday and Saturday nights, or hanging out with his car buddies at Parkmore Drive-In, sharing french fries and the latest word on the streets. The car brought Bob friendships that would last far longer than he would own his 56 Chevy. Bob had to give up his car when his older brother got married, and Bob's parents decided that he and his new wife needed the car more than Bob did. A year after that, Bob's brother traded the car off for a new 65 Chevelle. Now fast forward 46 years later, Bob decided it was time to get his 56 Chevy back. He knew that tracking down the actual car he had was a lost cause, but building one like it was far easier. Just like when he was in high school, when it came down to the details of building his next 56, Bob did his homework. He planned everything out that he wanted the car to be. Bob wanted the car to handle more like a modern car and stop like one too. He wanted it to get up and go like a modern car as well. His intentions were not to build an exact replica of his high school hot rod, but a modern day interpretation of it instead. He handed the task of building the car over to Mac Nicewander of Lowman Rods. Bob's 56 would sit on an Art Morrison's chassis with fully adjustable coilovers on all four corners. Willwood disc brakes would slow things down when the stealthy LS1 got things rolling. On the outside, the car would look very much like the one he drove in high school, but underneath, it would be as modern as a new Corvette. What you see before you is the modern interpretation of Bob's old 56 Chevy. A closer look reveals it is not a replica of his long-lost set of wheels. It isn't a carbon copy of the memories he drove back in 1963. Instead, it's a very stealthy interpretation of those memories, hell-bent on keeping those old memories alive, and hopefully making some new ones along the way. But the car has a deeper meaning as well. 9 of the friends that Bob still associates with from his high school days own classic cars of some type. Now think about that for a moment. That's a common bond shared with 9 of his high school friends that has endured for over 5 decades. That is what this 56 Chevy is really all about. It's not a replacement or mirror image, but instead, it's a continuation. A continuation of the feelings Bob had behind the wheel. A continuation of the feelings he had while hanging out with his car buddies, and a continuation of their friendship. A continuation of making memories and the path along the never-ending journey of being a car guy. That's what makes this car so cool. There are many things that make a car cool. Cool wheels, cool stance, and even a cool engine. But there's nothing cooler than a cool car with an amazing story behind it. Thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you next time on the Dipsticks Roadshow.